standing up nicely, and away they go with Katsaleri beginning okay. Paxtino down near the inside, bounded into stride well. Greater and Coronel are handy to them early, but it's going to be Katsaleri out wide with the baldy face to be the leader coming up towards the first of 14 fences. Coming towards it now, he's leapt it in front. Into second placing Paxtino in company with Peloton. Then Greater on the outside of Funny Fella. A break of 3 or 4 lengths then Houdini Robe on the inside with Summer Bay and Rami Sun between them. Coronel a good way back. Getting up on the inside as they sweep into the straight the first time is Quick Dance. So they swing down in the lane now, and here Paxtino's gone through near the inside to be a narrow leader. Katsaleri on the outside of him when they leap it. Peloton just behind them, followed by Funny Fella getting up on the inside rail. Just behind these, Greater out wider in the black and white check colours. Houdini Robe is inside it, followed then by Cabaret Magic, Coronel and Rami Sun, and then Summer Bay. And Quick Dance last of all when they go to the next fence. It's a third one down the lane. And let's see, one's gone, and that's Cabaret Magic. Cabaret Magic through the rider off at that, and the horse continuing with the field. The rider is quickly to his feet. Here's the last one coming up in the lane now, and it's Funny Fella going through on the inside to be the leader with Peloton on the outside. They lead Paxtino in third placing down on the inside of Katsaleri. About a length and a half further back in the field, Rami Sun over on the outside. Summer Bay a little wide. Greater over on the rails now when they swing out of the straight. Coronel, Summer Bay towards the end. Houdini Robe is back to second last, and last of all is Quick Dance. So half the jumping completed now, and here on the inside, Peloton, on the outside is Funny Fella, and they've got away. They've put on a bit of pace in the race, and they lead about 6 lengths to Katsaleri third. Paxtino on the rails is fourth. A length further back is Rami Sun with that riderless horse outside it. Greater half a length away, 2 or 3 lengths to Coronel. These 3 Irish boys back in the pack here. Coronel on the inside, Houdini Robe, Summer Bay between them, and last of all is Quick Dance. A double coming up at the foot of the hill now, and Peloton over it reasonably in front over that one, landing a length and a half to Funny Fella. Greater over on the inside with Paxtino at the second of that double. Then Katsaleri the outside. One further back in the field is Rami Sun. They're bunching a little now. Next Coronel, half to Summer Bay. 2 lengths further back Houdini Robe, and still back last of all is Quick Dance. 1400 to go, and a double coming up on top of the hill when they get there, and Peloton for Mike Murphy, the Irish team, is about 3 lengths in front of Funny Fella. Greater on the rails in third placing, followed by Paxtino over the first of that double. Getting it through on the inside is Coronel, saving a lot of ground right up along the inside to get into second or third placing over the second of that double. And the leader coming off the back is Peloton. Peloton still about 5 or 6 lengths in front of Greater second. Paxtino and Katsaleri are starting runs round the outside. One further back in the field, Summer Bay. Houdini Robe is picking up a bit of ground around the outside, but would need to. Funny Fella's dropped out, so has Greater. It's lost its place very quickly. Rami Sun is still a long way back. Coming down past where they started now. Peloton the leader, about 3 lengths in front of Coronel. Irish boys 1-2 at the moment, coming up towards the third last one now. Summer Bay coming into it. Katsaleri the outside. Here's the next fence coming to it. Peloton put in a good leap at that one. Coronel 3 lengths away. Summer Bay the outside from Katsaleri, and Houdini Robe getting up along the inside. Paxtino battling as they go towards the next, and it's Irish 1, 2, 3 and 4 coming up towards the turn. They've got it all sewn up, the Irish boys. They've raced right away. Who's going to win it? Peloton the leader coming around the turn, about 3 to 4 lengths in front of Coronel. Summer Bay on the outside, and Houdini Robe in the centre. In the straight now, Peloton coming towards the last one. Has a good lead. He's done a lot of work in the race. Here's the last. Peloton steadied, jumped it pretty well from Coronel. Houdini Robe still running on well. He's the danger now. It's Houdini Robe racing up. Peloton in front. Houdini Robe switches to the inside of it. Peloton in front of Houdini Robe is still coming. Peloton, Houdini Robe. Houdini Robe getting up, but Peloton's fighting plenty. Peloton draws away again on the line, and Peloton goes on to win. Peloton beat Houdini Robe second, third Summer Bay, then Coronel, and the Irish boys have taken full points there. Back behind them, Rami Sun, a long gap to Greater. Paxtino struggled very badly, followed in by Funny Fella, Katsaleri, and back last to finish was Quick Dance. A surprise in the first with Peloton number 8 taking it out, an 11-year-old, trained by John Mile and ridden by the Irish jockey Mike Murphy. Number 8 Peloton first, contested the Grand National Steeplechase at his most recent run. Houdini Robe had a serious crack at him halfway down the straight, but he's outstayed him and pulled away again on the line to beat Houdini Robe second, Shea Barry, and third placing going to Summer Bay, ridden by Ken Whelan. Numbers are 8, 4 and 6 official, ahead of Coronel 4th and 5th Rami Sun on the time, 4 minutes 9.9. 49.9. Well, a big runaway victory there for Peloton. An 11-year-old gelding trained by John Mile, who's been a stalwart of the jump scene for many, many years. And he's really had metropolitan success, but he'll lap this one up. So on the first, it's 8, 4 and 6. We've got a pretty heavy track to contend with today. Second coming up at 12.54.
Thank you very much, Greg. Now, race 1 at Eagle Farm.
Start missing it was well back the grey early Lady Sentosa, and also slow to begin Obstacular. On the other hand, Gimpy Merv came out running and is looking for the lead. Going with it on the outside, Swift Megs. Back along the inside, pushing through Laban into a nice spot, and Emma's Sun comes across from wide out. Sorrow Lady's in the middle there, and so too was pushing through in that division. In the blue cap, Fred's on, and they were followed by Heavenly Pearl getting around them. Laban got shuffled back there, and again so, though well-supported runners been a bit of trouble, more than favourite backers or fancied backers would want. Getting around the outside of those now, Heavenly Pearl is improving. Gunsmoke Bill getting up on the inside, wider out Goodbye You. Laban now back to about 5th last from Lady Sentosa Eastgate. Further back in the field came Canon Ann, and about 4 away last of all Obstacular. Inside the 600, and the leader is the lightweight Swift Megs, goes to the 500 a length in front, but Emma's Sun travels up nicely, and so does Heavenly Pearl to third but wide. Even deeper behind those, Always Win out of the ruck, runs on fairly well. Fred's on is still there. Gimpy Merv now under a bit of pressure. Sorrow Lady next, followed by Gunsmoke Bill. Heasing to the extreme outside. Laban is now getting into the clear and making good ground ahead of Goodbye You. Emma's Sun went to the lead at the 200 metre mark though and kicked a couple clear. Laban has started to charge down the outside. It's had to give away a big start though, and it's going to be Emma's Sun in front of the line. Emma's Sun goes on to score nicely, but a huge run the second horse. Laban got into more strife you could ever imagine. Third placing Swift Megs, followed them by Heavenly Pearl. Sorrow Lady the outside, back on the inside Fred's on, followed by Gunsmoke Bill. Lady Sentosa made up a lot of ground. Always Win further back behind those over on the inside. Goodbye You, followed by Eastgate Canon Ann. The last couple in Obstacular with Gimpy Merv.
4, 2 and 16 there, Armour's Sun, Laban and Swift Megs. Race 1 at Strathalbyn. Now, first event at Sandown, 7.40 for Talented Antic, 21 for Benvale Flyer, 6 About Any Way, Promise 12, 22 Pirate Woman, Springbok Bale at $2, Galumba at 19, Windermere Tishan at 6.30 for the first event at Sandown. They're starting to move in there, so we'll take you to Ronnie. For the cause, the All Clear goes through at St Arnaud on race 1. Here's Ron, race 1, Sandown.
The boxes now moving in for the opening race on the card. Getting set here in the first event. 2 even, number 6, Springbok Bale, Tate favourite. Owners and trainers, you've got to 1 o'clock this afternoon to nominate for Bendigo's TAB program Sunday. Green light on. Lure rolling. All set, race 1, boxed. About to go. Racing, and away smartly there, Benvale Flyer to the inside, going out to hurry with Springbok Bale. Up on the inside, Talented Antic, crossed out wide on the first turn and lost ground. Going to the back straight and Springbok Bale the leader by 2 or 3 lengths to Promise Our second. 2 or 3 back third as Windermere Titan, 4 or 5 to Benvale Flyer. Then Galumba followed by Any Way. Right out of it, Talented Antic and Pirate Woman as they race off the back straight and Springbok Bale led 6 lengths coming up to the home turn. Windermere Titan got up on the inside bump with Promise Us, but Springbok Bale about 4 or 5 lengths Windermere Titan. Benvale Flyer third, followed by Promise Us. Behind them then came Galumba. They were followed by Pirate Woman, Anyway, and last in would have been Talented Antic. 30 and 54 race 1. And it's 6.82. Number 6 Springbok Bale, Gunnar Rusty, 4 and Bale. Paul Wheeler and Robert Britton combining here in race 1. Defeating number 8 Windermere Titan, and third placing going to number 2 Benvale Flyer. So 6.82 race 1. The early sections there were 5.25, 19.51. And the winner's time was 30 and 54. 30 and 54. And Springbok Bale, once it found the lead early, certainly never looked a loser here in race 1.
Well done, thank you. 6, 8 and 2, Ronnie. Now behind the barriers for the next event coming through from Melbourne at Sandown. This is race 2. Number 1 is Glowing Image at $3.60. 6.40 for number 2. Malalapan. Then we have 3 Toot and Annie at 7.30. Number 4 Gin Sling at $7. 5 Rows of Tyrollers at $9.20. Bouncing Babe 27. 15 for Secrets and Lies. Easter Star is at 17, and Brave Eagle at $8.50. Number 11 Ankle Biter is currently at $13 for race 2 at Sandown. 2, 3, 1 other selections. Now Colin Brow, race 2 number 1. Glowing Image is now C Brow. Race 2 number 1 is the late riding change there in the Charlie handicap. Race 1 at Canterbury. Fortunata at $462.10, Smoke and Fire $460, Haywire at $190, Quinella $42.30. The trifecta $510 on race 1 at Canterbury. Let's look at Terry Barty's selections now for Canterbury Park. We'll go from race 3, and in this race it's number 2. In fact, number 3, Zeus Millions to win from 4. Paris Fortune and 8, Hone In. 3, 4 and 8 in race number 3. Superfecta is the Clifford's Constructions race for 4-year-olds and up over the 1550. 1, Roy O'Roy to win from 7, Dosh, and 8, Green Mailer with 4 and 3. The first 5 selections there. We'll have a 6th selection for you a bit later on. Race 5, number 10, Curly's Gal to win from 1, Requests, and 5, Shilansto. That's 10-1-5. Race 6, number 8, Rosie Clouds from 1, Alizari, and 7, T Runga, 8-1-7. Race 7 for number 4, Prince Miasma to win from 1, Stop Flirting, and 3, Tobias Reef. And race 8, number 9, Zodiac Star from 4, A Bit of Magic, and 3, Dr. Nick, with 2, 8 and 11 for the pick 6. Right, Sandown race 2 moving in well. Here's Greg now for the call of the second event. The first, the hurdle, taken out by number 8, Piloton in the steeplechase. This is the 3-year-old fillies, Charlie Handicap. Here's Greg.
Yes, Nick, easing favourite here is Glowing Image number 1. It's got out about 1.5 points on track. The firmers have been Manalapan and Gin Sling numbers 2 and 4. Particularly the 4 has been quite heavily back Gin Sling, and that's good value at the moment on Super Tab, and in fact right across the board in all states. Most of them in. Yes, the Irish boys taking a clean sweep of all 11 points in that series. They now lead Australia 22.5 to 16. We wait Brave Eagle to move in. Manalapan still away, and also Esther Star working on Brave Eagle at the moment to move up in the fluoro yellow colours. Ankle Biter on the inside, Glowing Image in 2. Colin Browell replacing Danny Nikolic, who was suspended the other day, and he had an appeal against that denied yesterday. It's a bit of a blow for Danny. He'd just linked up for the early spring races with the Peter Hayes team. So let's hope he'll be back in the saddle and able to pick up the threads when he does return in a couple of weeks from now. Here's Esther Star coming up into line. Out there next to Manalapan, and the field is ready to go. Second, 1400, field of 10. And they're on their journey now. Manalapan dropping out to the tail after the starter said go. Secrets and Lies first to appear ahead of Bouncing Babe. Handy to them, Toot Nanny easing back to third now, and then came Rose of Tyrrell outside Glowing Image. One further back in the field, then Gin Sling, followed by Esther Star, 1.5 to Brave Eagle. Second last, Ankle Biter and a half, Manalapan on the outside. 1,000 to go, Secrets and Lies the leader. About a length in front of Toot Nanny on the inside of Bouncing Babe. Closer to the rail, Glowing Image. A length further back in the field, Rose of Tyrrell, and then Esther Star, followed by Brave Eagle on the outside. Then going forward, Gin Sling around the outside at the 800 turn. Manalapan second last, and Ankle Biter 700 out. Secrets and Lies a half in front of Bouncing Babe, Toot Nanny. Wonder Rose of Tyrrell, Glowing Image hard ridden. Gin Sling around them, followed Brave Eagle on the inside of Esther Star. Manalapan second last coming for home, and 2 lengths to Ankle Biter. Secrets and Lies led Bouncing Babe coming to the home turn. Gin Sling, the one that's been tried, is moving up fast on the outside. It's the deepest at the turn. Rose of Tyrrell just behind it. Toot Nanny stayed near the inside. So did Esther Star. Manalapan running up behind this wall of horses, looking to get a run through. They're right across the track. There's the run in the centre for Manalapan and the maroon cap. Brave Eagle got up on the inside. Manalapan the leader at the 200. Esther Star. Gin Sling is coming down the outside with Rose and Tyrrell. 150 metres to go. Manalapan in front of Gin Sling. Brave Eagle, Esther Star. Manalapan in front though, and Manalapan. Good ride this, and Manalapan wins at a length and a half to Gin Sling, ahead to Brave Eagle, close up Esther Star, and then Rose of Tyrrell. Long break to Bouncing Babe, followed by Ankle Biter, Secrets and Lies. Toot Nanny dropped right out of it second last, and last of all Glowing Image. Manalapan, the winner number 2, ridden by Brett Gardner, and he claimed the 3 kilos, and that's Brett's first Metropolitan success. And it was a good ride coming from last. He went through behind the leading bunch, waited for a split which appeared for him, and he drove Manalapan through, and the filly burst through and has gone on to record a good win. Number 2, Manalapan.
This, the second race today, Neil Jones Consulting Handicap, over 1,250 metres. Selectors well behaved, To the Music behaving himself well. Starter is at his ladder. What has been a nice day. Good crowd in attendance here today for racing at Canterbury Park. Starter hits the button. They're off and racing. And out wide, Manasseh began quickly with the grey Silvery, and also showing plenty of early speed is Cannibal looking for the front, and To The Music, the fence going quickly. Cannibal, To The Music shared the lead. Going through the field is Shining Buccaneer, and very wide on the track, Manasseh. Then Deck Jig racing 50 inside, a length away the grey Silvery. It's racing around Security in between runners. Thin Wind on the fence. Getting back is Rebel Royal in company with well back in the field, being niggled at is Market Truce. They were followed by Corro Dane, fourth last, a couple away to Select. Near the tail of the field, Best Ascent, and last of all is Apollo's Ghost. At the 600 metres mark and going to the front now is Hannibal. He leads the way from To The Music. Deck Jig on the fence, making a line of three, a length further back in fourth, Manasseh. They were followed by Shining Buccaneer, Silvery, Market Truce. Well out of its ground then is Rebel Royal, then Corro Dane, and near the tail of the field is Best Win as they turn the bend. Into the home straight, To The Music, the centre, Deck Jig the fence, and out wide on the track, Hannibal, a length away, Manasseh. Silvery the grey to the outside, and Corro Dane running up behind them. Die looking for an inside run at the 150 metres mark. Corro Dane's after the one on the outside, Manasseh. Manasseh and Corro Dane come clear to fight it out. It's Manasseh and Corro Dane. Corro Dane the inside, finishing off too well. Corro Dane wins from Manasseh. 4 lengths away, To The Music third from Silvery. Then came Best Ascent, Deck Jig. They were followed by Security. Well back in the field, Select, Market Truce. Near the tail of the field, Hannibal, Sin Win, Apollo's Go, Shining Buccaneer, and last home was Rebel Royal. Good ride by Die there on Corro Dane. This bloke by Coronation Day scored a very good win last time out at Gosford when he was 4 wide most of the way. That was on a very heavy track, and today Die has eased him out of the gates. He came from a near outside alley, took him back through the field and in sort of passage in the straight, and he went back to the fence on the inside of To The Music and Deck Jig on the fence as Manasseh, who had worked pretty hard in the run as they headed for home, had hit the lead. Silvery the grey out wide was putting in a short-lived dash, but Corro Dane got up on the inside of Manasseh, and Manasseh, when tackled, has really fought on strongly. But it's been Corro Dane gaining the ascendancy in the last 50 metres, and he's been too good for Manasseh, and To The Music finishing in third position just in front of the grey Silvery, and they beat the others out of sight. So it's a good win there by Corro Dane. He's by Coronation Day, probably his best progeny to the track so far, Classic Day. He's out of Dandalira Kayaru Starmare, trained by Gay Waterhouse and ridden by RS Day. Second going to number 4, Manasseh, Shane Treweek, and third To The Music, number 7, Grant Cooksley. With Corro Dane, Nick, proving a little too good. He's got a promising future, this horse, beautifully ridden today by Shane Day.
Was beautifully ridden as well. 260 for Cool Fortune, number 7, and 640 Centimere Perfect for race 2 at Sonata. There's the market for the second race. Number 11, Pride of Cooma, is showing at $20, and Diamond Ginger at $5, in from 12, so money for it. Now, the Corey Van Ryn Trotters handicap for the 3-year-olds. A standing start. Here's Rob for the call of the race over 2,160 metres.
The 12 Diamond Ginger finished unplaced behind Solar Fire in the Trotters Derby final at Moonee Valley. Centimetre Perfect at $7. It was a good run at Shepparton. First up, did a few things wrong, but did make up a lot of ground. Obviously possesses plenty of ability. But Cool Fortune, the favourite's been a model of consistency. And the favourite here, number 7, Cool Fortune. At $3, as they're almost set, Diamond Ginger stands up well off the 20. Attendant clears the track. Pride of Cooma stands up well. So does Pee Wee 50. Good line. Cool Fortune out wide. Well, they're standing well. Tapes back and away. Cool Fortune from out wide, trotted away safely. So did Diamond Ginger off the 20 as Pee Wee 50 and Pride of Cooma. All began safely. Cool Fortune's very wide on the first corner. Ellie May going for a gallop. And Centimetre Perfect began brilliantly off the front line and trots to the lead by about 8 metres. 2 Waparilla second. In third placing goes Gallant Lady. Now Cool Fortune's gone for a gallop. So did Richmond Ned, and the favourite Cool Fortune is galloping and is back second last, and back near last actually. There's a few behind it. Pee Wee 50 and Ellie May working into the straight. Centimetre Perfect, the front runner, out by about 12 metres to Waparilla. In third placing was Gallant Lady, and out 3 wide and going forward Nicholas Andrew. The centre there was Dallas Magic, about 8 metres away to Diamond Ginger, who's got through beautifully off the 20-metre mark and settles in 5th placing. They're about 25 to 30 metres to Cool Fortune. Then Richmond Ned Pride of Cooma Pee-wee 50. Marnie Springfield also must have made a mistake, is back second last, and Ellie May continues to gallop at the tail. Heading down the back and Centimetre Perfect leads away for Russell Thompson. That lead time was run in 47. And the front runner is Centimetre Perfect out 12 metres to Nicholas Andrew. In third spot, Gallant Lady and Dallas Magic to fourth around Waparilla. Diamond Ginger in 5th placing or 6th placing, about 15 metres off the lead. They're well clear, about 30 metres into Pride of Cooma Cool Fortune, Richmond Ned Pee-wee 50, Marnie Springfield, and forget about Ellie May. Working to the top of the straight. The first quarter was run in 32.6 and Centimetre Perfect leads away by about 6 metres to Nicholas Andrew. Dallas Magic third, fourth Gallant Lady and fifth Diamond Ginger on the outside of Waparilla. They're about 25 metres to Pride of Cooma Cool Fortune, and I think you can safely forget the rest, headed by Richmond Ned Pee-wee 50, Marnie Springfield and Ellie May. Going out of the straight, 32.9 the second quarter, and Centimetre Perfect, the front runner, being tapped up 4 metres to Nicholas Andrew. In third placing, Dallas Magic. Around the outside of Gallant Lady, Diamond Ginger every chance. Works up handily into a 5th placing, only about 8-10 metres off the lead and running into it strongly. Then followed by Waparilla, about 15 metres to Cool Fortune, Pride of Cooma, and the rest can't win. Going down the back, and you wouldn't believe it, Diamond Ginger, the second favourite's gone for a gallop. And Centimetre Perfect leads by a head, being tackled now on the outside by Nicholas Andrew. They're about 4 or 5 metres to Dallas Magic. Gallant Lady goes for a break, so this trio up in front have got it between them. Nicholas Andrew on the outside of Centimetre Perfect. Dallas Magic under the whip, it pulls to the outside at the top of the straight. Nicholas Andrew just shading Centimetre Perfect. Then Dallas Magic. Nicholas Andrew just a leader from Centimetre Perfect. Nicholas Andrew got a metre clear. Nicholas Andrew just in front, and Nicholas Andrew scores by a metre. 2 Centimetre Perfect. Cool Fortune running on strongly for third. Good run. So was Diamond Ginger. They both made a mistake, cost them the race. Then Dallas Magic, Pee-wee 50, Waparilla. Well back in the field, we have Pride of Cooma, Gallant Lady, Marnie Springfield, Richmond Ned, one of the last across the line with Ellie May. The third quarter was 32.3 and 32 the last quarter.
Nicholas Andrew over Centimetre Perfect and Cool Fortune in race number 2 at Sonata. The placings there 6, 4 and 7. Thank you to Rob Auber. Strathalbyn race 2 moving in. Buckled down at 12, 410 Made to Water, 15 Poppers Pingu, 440 Dashing Dancer, down to 8 Don Camillo at 840, 570 for number 9 Fine Focus in from 720. And that is for race 2 at Strathalbyn. The other two are at big odds. Eagle Farm Dividends winner was number 5, which was Sanjay, a double for Jimmy Byrne, 375, 175, Love to Burn 165, Asado at 3, Quinella 440, trifecta 46.90 on race 2 at Eagle Farm. Second at Sandown 3, Alert Prince, Handsome As and Mixed Mate, Quinella 880, trifecta $48 on race 2 at Sandown. 1200 metres is race 2 at Strathalbyn, Living Hill 3-year-old maiden. Here's Ron.
Good on you, Nick. They're coming up pretty well here. There's been good support for number 3, Made to Water. Number 5, Dashing Dancer, a little easy. And late money for 9, Fine Focus. It's one of the better backed horses in the race. Coming in from 7:30, 10 minutes ago, to 5:40 now. Port Augusta racing tomorrow. 7-event card. Now there's Right Royal going in. We go to Cheltenham on Saturday, and of course next Wednesday is the huge meeting for the year at Balaclava, the 50,000 plus listed Balaclava Cup over the 1600. So don't miss out nominating for that, owners and trainers with horses that are good enough. It's always a great race, the Balaclava Cup. Now the last one to come up goes in now, and that's Caddison. I guess named after the pop singer Joshua Caddison. There's the signal, there's the light, and there they go. In the Sabres bonus race, a good start affected by Don Camillo, and Dashing Dancer came out running, Made to Order likewise, but trapped a bit wide. Right Royal in the centre with them. Just off the speed was the newcomer Buckle Down, improving around Don Camillo. Noah followed, or Love to Hula got the head up there, might have been slightly checked. Now getting up to about centre field is Making Ground Poppers Pingu. They were followed then, going up on the inside is Hopes, or trying to. Love to Hula got through with it. Noah followed further back in the All White by Port Star, which again eased back. And last of all to the outside, shown the stickers, Caddison inside the 700, and Dashing Dancer cruised to the front, a length in front of Made to Order. In third placing, Right Royal. This newcomer's running a forward race, Buckle Down, and then about a length and a half further back to Fine Focus out of the ruck, followed by Hopes, and further back Don Camillo's not travelling well. It's dropped right back through the field, and around the outside behind Hopes was Port Star running on. Caddison comes deep, and Poppers Pingo is yielding ground. In the straight they race, and Dashing Dancer in full flight, the leader a neck in front of Made to Order, grinding at it now. Then Buckle Down, and here's Fine Focus letting loose the little filly down the centre of the track, but it's Made to Order and Dashing Dancer together from Fine Focus, niggling away. Made to Order is gradually gaining the ascendancy from the one on the inside, Dashing Dancer. It's a strong win by Made to Order. A length and a quarter, Dashing Dancer. Third, Fine Focus. They were followed by Right Royal, and then came Buckle Down from Love to Hula. Then Port Star further back, a break of about 5 to Caddison. Hopes back there. Don Camillo, I just don't think was suited in the ground. And last of all behind him, a length and a half.
March past, and coming down the straight last of all is Lyric Monarch. First of the hurdles down the straight running, Hour the leader from Privy Council the outside. Hereditas just behind them in third placing, and Deck Chairs on the rail. 2 or 3 lengths to Bonnie Prospect. And as they go to the next hurdle in the race, followed by Tenzing, the grey on the outside, and then March past over on the outside of Ben Barra Knight. A length and a half to Lyric Monarch, Emu Stakes, and Miracle Star is last of all by the Judges Circuit to run. And coming towards the next hurdle, Hour the leader comes to this one, jumping out badly at his hurdle there. He leads by about 2 lengths turning out of the straight. So it's Hour the leader. Running second is Privy Council. Hereditas about a length and a half away third on the outside of Deck Chairs. 2 lengths to Bonnie Prospect, a length and a half to Belly Leon. They're being followed by Tenzing on the outside. 2 lengths further back in the field is Ben Barra Knight. 3/4 away on the outside, March past. A couple of lengths then to Lyric Monarch, Emu Stakes, and Miracle Star on the outside last of all. Into the back, Our Aura is the leader for Richard Burton, and he leads by about a length and a half. Running second at this stage is Privy Council with the Pat Malone of the Irish team. A break of 3 lengths then to Hereditas in third placing. On the outside for Ken Whelan. On the rail is Deck Chairs about a head away in fourth placing. A length behind these horses then is Bonnie Prospect. 1.5 to Belly Leon. 2 lengths to Tenzing, and he's being followed then by Ben Barra Knight sneaking through on the inside, and they're followed by March Past when they come to the hurdle down the back straight. Behind him about a length and a half away then is Lyric Monarch from Miracle Star, and Emu Stakes last of all. Inside the 1,000, and Our Aura the leader coming up towards the next jump. Our Aura jumping that one in front. Oh, one down there. Now it was Privy Council. Privy Council, the one that took a heavy fall at that last down the back straight. And off the back at the 800, it's Our Aura in front, leading by about a neck. Getting up on the inside is Bonnie Prospect. A break of 4 lengths further back is Deck Chairs. Belly Leon around it. Hereditas is feeling the pinch down on the inside rail. Then Ben Barra Knight coming to the outside, and a gap behind them to Tenzing, followed by March Past. Our Aura the leader coming around the home turn from Bonnie Prospect, running on Deck Chairs on the outside, and Belly Leon is coming with a run out wide when they corner. Our Aura the leader in the straight now, 2 to jump, passing the 400. Our Aura about 4 lengths to Deck Chairs, and Ben Barra Knight's running on well on the outside. Our Aura stepped over the last in front. Ben Barra Knight coming at it. Deck Chairs is next to break to Belly Leon, but Ben Barra Knight, the mudlark, moves up on the outside of the stablemate Our Aura and Ben Barra Knight. Clear then of Deck Chairs. Ben Barra Knight on the outside takes the lead now for Shea Barry, and it's another one for the Irish team, and Ben Barra Knight starts to pull away and wins easily over Our Aura, a stable Quinella. Third, Deck Chairs, and they're followed just behind these by March Past, then Belly Leon. Hereditas was next to finish from Miracle Star, Tenzing and Emu Stakes, and a long break then to Lyric Monarch.
Field of 10 running in the third race of the day. The lights are on. Should get them at any moment. There they go. From an outside alley, Masterful Lad was one of the best to jump. It won't stay up there, and Mile Run is going through to lead narrowly, but taken on and headed by Paris Fortune. Circling Paris Fortune narrowly from Mile Run, Durham Hood, Idaho's Choice, hunting up on the inside, then Hone In, College Park, Masterful Lad, Sydney Flyer. 3 or 4 lengths to Zeus's Millions and 2 lengths Sir Appleby. Down to the 800 they go, and Paris Fortune is the leader. A half length on Idaho's Choice, a length and a half to 2 lengths further back now is Mile Run, followed closely by College Park, moving away from Hone In and Durham Hood. Then Masterful Lad, Sydney Flyer, Zeus's Millions and 4 or 5 to Sir Appleby. They race inside the 450, and the leader Paris Fortune narrowly. On the inside is Idaho's Choice. 1 to Mile Run the third, and 3 or 4 lengths further back Durham Hood, then Hone In, College Park, Masterful Lad, Sydney Flyer from Zeus's Millions, and Sir Appleby's last as they straighten up now. And Paris Fortune quickly got the better of Idaho's Choice, sticking on pretty well as Mile Run, and on the outside is College Park, Durham Hood and Zeus's Millions from a long way back with Sydney Flyer, but it's Paris Fortune the leader. They're coming at him. Here's Zeus's Millions coming home fast. It's Paris Fortune grabbed by Zeus's Millions. Boy, not much between Zeus's Millions and Paris Fortune. They're wide apart. On the inside, Sydney Flyer next, and then came Durham Hood, Hone In, Mile Run, College Park on the outside. Another 2 lengths, then Sir Appleby, and the last 2, Masterful Lad and Idaho's Choice.
And a very, very wide betting race it is, both on the Tate Nick as well as with the bookmakers here. On track, Frenzied Dance is going to run the favourite here. It's had 1 win in 2 years, but she is a very, very good wet tracker. And she's got Damien Oliver down on the inside. Atty and Spring Hill Express are the others that are well in the market. Lights been switched on now. The Stimulator to move in. We'll complete the lineup. First leg of the quaddie. Here's the Stimulator coming into line. Frenzied Dancer, the favourite in a wide betting race, drawn down in gate 1. Tristram Power stood well. Wisteria Walk with a black cap, white cap on Karombi. Karombi missed it a little bit down towards the inside. Spring Hill Express is grabbed hold of it immediately, is going to shoot across the heels. And Frenzied Dancer jumped well, steadies early. Lycra Lady is going forward in the early part with Western Reality on the outside. Lycra Lady from Western Reality. Wisteria Walker settling in third placing, turning out of the straight. They're followed by Karombi hunting up along the inside, and then came Frenzied Dancer and Tristram Power on the outside of her. A length further back is Atty and Save Time. 2 lengths to Belch and the Stimulator, and Spring Hill Express is last. Now Western Reality at the 1600 metres goes to the lead by a length and a half to Lycra Lady. Wisteria Walker's third, on the rails fourth is Karombi. 2 or 3 lengths further back is Frenzied Dancer, 2 Tristram Power. A neck away Save Time on the inside, 2 lengths to Atty, Spring Hill Express on the outside. Second last is Belch, and the Stimulator last 1300 to go. And down the back, Western Reality the leader, about a half length in front of Lycra Lady. A length Karombi on the outside now, Wisteria Walker's fourth. 2 lengths to Frenzied Dancer, fifth on the outside of Save Time. 1 Tristram Power, Spring Hill Express on the outer, a length and a half to Atty on the rail from Belch, who's second last, and 2 lengths to Stimulator. Down the back, Western Reality a half in front. Lycra Lady second, no change in the order. 1,000 metres to go. A length away third is Karombi. On the outside, Wisteria Walk. Then Frenzied Dancer on the outside, being followed by Save Time on the rail. Spring Hill Express out 3 wide. Tristram Power between horses. Atty getting off the fence to start a run. Belch on her outside, and the Stimulator last of all. 700 left to go, and down the side they come. Western Reality and Lycra, the 2 leaders. In front of Wisteria Walk and Karombi on the inside. Frenzied Dancer niggled at Spring Hill Express, hard ridden. Save Time back on the inside, and then Atty. Tristram Power losing ground on the fence, followed by the Stimulator, who's gone up on the rail, and Belch back to last. Lycra Lady and Western Reality are the 2 leaders, are coming around the home turn from Karombi. Wisteria Walk. Frenzied Dancer is next, and then Spring Hill Express when they come into the straight now, and with 400 to go, and Western Reality the leader from Lycra Lady. Wisteria Walk on the outside, and a gap then to Save Time. Frenzied Dancer, and now the Stimulator's got to the outside against the rail near the 200, and kicking out again Western Reality on Lycra Lady, and then Wisteria Walk and the Stimulator. Western Reality the leader with about 50 metres to go. Western Reality for Nathan Stanley's pulling out enough on the inside, and Western Reality virtually all the way beat Lycra Lady. The Stimulator got up for third. Pretty good effort under these conditions, and back behind them to finish was Wisteria Walk. Then there's a long break to Spring Hill Express, trailed in then by Frenzied Dancer, Save Time, Tristram Power. Atty never came into it. Karombi was second last and Belch was last of all.
Run in front, but I've got to admit, Prowl, he looked absolutely awesome. Paraded magnificently well on the mounting yard. He's been really wound up for his debut run this campaign, of course, on the 22nd at Warwick Farm in the up-and-coming stakes after the Santa Minico was washed out last Saturday. And he was very, very impressive, Prowl. He looked very much up on his toes, and I'm suggesting he's in for a magnificent carnival. He really has furnished. Going up, Green Mailer in the black colours moving forward. They were followed by Sabotka, then came Dosh, who jumped well, but he's getting back as Andy's Capers moves around the outside. 2 lengths Alchemize and Latin Bear at the tail of the field. Doctor roll to the front down the back at the 1100 metres mark. Led 2.5 lengths Our Red Boy and Roy around the outside of Final Forecast. Then came Dosh. He's on the inside of Sabotka. Green Mailer 3 wide. Andy's Caper out 4 deep, both going forward. 2 lengths Latin Bear and Alchemize on the inside at the tail of the field. Racing up to the 800 metres mark, and Doctor sat back on the steel. Led nearly 3 lengths now. Our Red Boy is second. He's on the outside of Final Forecast. Then Roy. Andy's Caper very wide from Sabotka. Dosh back on the inside, awkwardly positioned. Then came Green Mailer, Alchemize and Latin Bear at the tail of the field. Doctor at the 550 led. Moving up is Our Red Boy to his girth and wide on the track. Roy going forward. On the fence, Final Forecast getting a good run. Dosh right behind him. Andy's Caper wide from Green Mailer. Then came Latin Bear, Sabotka and Alchemize the fence last of all around the bend. Doctor led by a length and a half. Final Forecast into the clear, running home strongly. Down the outside, Roy and Dosh back on the inside, getting an inside run. Final Forecast has had a charm run and he swept to the front at the 100. He raced clear from Doctor, Dosh and Roy Boy and Latin Bear and Green Mailer, but it's Final Forecast perfectly ridden, and Final Forecast has won from Dosh and Doctor. Green Mailer a good run from Latin Bear, then Roy every chance. They were followed by Alchemine, well back in the field, pulling up very quickly past the line was Our Red Boy, and the last 2 home were Sabotka.
The outside, and over on the inside, Inkamala from Gold Desiderio. Carmen's Pride now gets one off the rail. Kohula Beach comes deep, then Piglet's Gold. Shawkeen is now under the stick up the rise. Back on the inside, Nothing's made some ground, but nowhere to go. They were followed wider out by Bet on Black as they fan around the home turn from Treasury and Forget Dotrice in the straight. Carmen's Pride and Inkamala out after Festival Fair. The early leaders are gone now. It's Inkamala taking the lead. Down the outside, Carmen's Pride backing away, and then Piglet's Gold from well back. Inkamala the leader. Little Carmen's Pride is coming, and so too is Nothing. They hit the line, and it's Inkamala. Carmen's Pride second. I'm not sure about third. Nothing, or over on the outside, Piglet's Gold. Back behind them, Festival Fair, followed then by Treasury, then Shawkeen. Back behind those then came Bet on Black, followed by All That Remains.
Here's Greg now for the call.
On track, little between French Clock number 6 and Rejuia number 9 at a very open affair. Race 5 of the day, they both get through to going okay. French Clock a third last time out behind Jugatrice, possibly ending up on the worst part of the track. And Rejuia a victim of a slowly run race. He's been running home very solidly in his races. And if he gets speed here, perhaps Vein of Hope will run along for him. He'll be able to get home hard. Brew, that's Vein of Hope there about to go in. Brew, it just went out of screen. Well in the market here. The son of Horlicks, there he is now. Very good run at his first up effort this time in when second to Grand Centro. That too wasn't a fast run race, and he found the line very strongly. Now Brew comes up into line. Sonic Sky on the inside, 1500 all set. At the break, Zizix near the outside. Off they go. Brew dwelt slightly. Shanganese was away quickly. French Clock into stride fast, and Sonic Sky began quickly down on the inside to run to the lead. Stargrazer and Vein of Hope are up there early as they settle down. Vein of Hope going to the lead over Stargrazer, Sonic Sky, French Clock fourth. 2 lengths to High Sox, Rejuia, Shanganese the outside, and Copper Wildwood. A length to Gold Action, Keelan the grey, and then Brew and Zizix last of all. Heading down the back to the 1,000 metres now. Sonic Sky hunting up on the inside again, takes the running. A neck in front of Vein of Hope. A length and a half to Stargrazer, who's slotted in beautifully third. 2 lengths back, French Clock over on the outside of Rejuia, and Copper Wildwood ridden along on the inside. Then Shanganese, 1 to High Sox, Gold Action, Brew on the outside. About 3 lengths to Keelan and Zizix coming down the side, and Oliver's off now on Stargrazer around the outside, and it takes the lead from Vein of Hope and Sonic Sky. French Clock is fourth, and then Rejuia, they're sprinting home now. Next He's Gold Action on the inside from High Socks. Brew spotting the leader, a good start, and Stargrazer full of running around the home turn. Race 3 lengths to French Clock. Vein of Hope will kick back down on the inside when they corner, and then Sonic Sky followed by Reswear, Gold Action, High Socks, and Brew coming down near the inside. Stargrazer in front, French Clock coming after it. Reswear the widest runner, Vein of Hope against the rail, then Gold Action, High Socks. Now French Clock moved up to Stargrazer at the 200. Stargrazer fighting back on the inside. It's Stargrazer again in front, drawing away from French Clock, Reswear, Keelan, but Stargrazer comes away, and in the run home it's Stargrazer easing up on the post to beat French Clock second. Keelan got up for third. Brew ran on well down near the inside, and then Reswear, High Socks, Shanganese and Gold Action. Long break to Vein of Hope, then Sonic Sky, Copper Wildwood, and Zizix was along last. Stargrazer ridden by Damien Oliver. French Clock threw out a very serious challenge at the 200, but Oliver riding hands and heels, and Stargrazer came away to win well, and third place going to Keelan, who was going backwards down the hill but has picked up a lot of ground. 4, 6 and 10, fourth Brew, and fifth home was Reswear. Yes, beautifully handled by Damien Oliver. It's easily said when you're talking about a rider like Damien, but he summed that situation up beautifully, taking the lead well before the home turn. They hadn't gone quickly. It was going to develop into a bit of a sprint home, as sprinting as they get under these sort of conditions. It's a very, very heavy track, but he made the positive move coming down the hill and set up his victory there. He's been racing well in better company than this at his last few starts, Stargrazer, and back in a very winnable race, and he's done the job well in taking it out to pay $5.90 and $2.10. French Clock second, $1.80. He loomed up to win it, but couldn't quite go on with the job. And third to Keelan, which was an incredible run to pay $3.90, I think it was. It was going backward.
Well, it got really stirred right up, and as they come down to the post the first time, it's going to follow the field riderless. Let's hope it doesn't do anything silly. And at the post now, it's Saffron King, the inside, shaded by No More Sun. Tivlos back third, followed further back behind those then. Over on the inside by the well-back Spirit Level, and then came back behind them Saddler's Boy, Ship of Dreams just steadying. Narmita goes around them to improve the speed, which slackened as they went to the 1500. Akaror King the inside, and 2 lengths away last of all is Rasher. And this horse is headed into the chute out of the way at the 1600, and he's crashed. He's come down on the sand, got to his feet again, and now picks himself up. Back to that later. Into the far side they go, and the leader is No More Sun in an eventful race here at Strathalbyn. A length and a quarter in front of Narmita, 2 lengths away Tivlos on the outside of Saffron King, 1 length away at the 1100 Saddler's Boy but wide, then came in the centre Spirit Level, Akaror King in a pocket on his inside, and there is another one just snookered on the outside there for the moment, obscured from my view. Ship of Dreams is back in the field racing with Rasher on its outside. They bunch up now as they head onto the side at the 800 metre mark a little, and here the leader, that one that was snookered was Taylor's Bridge from my view, and the leader still is No More Sun, a length Narmita. Saddler's Boy goes to third, fourth the outside now, Rasher improving, Tivlos the centre, and on the inside Saffron King niggled at. Taylor's Bridge back with Spirit Level at Akaror King and Ship of Dreams, the fancied runners in the last group. At the 500 they bunch up even more so, 4 lengths first to last now, and Rasher went around the field and kicked away to the 400 by a length and a half. Taylor's Bridge runs on. Akaror King's not travelling. In third placing Saddler's Boy, then Narmita hard at it. They were followed by Ship of Dreams taking time to warm to the task, and wider out Akaror King, Tivlos ahead of a few, but Rasher dashed away inside the 200. 2 lengths in front, Taylor's Bridge. Further back to Tivlos, and they were followed then by Ship of Dreams, but it's Rasher, and Rasher's going great guns. Taylor's Bridge gets up on the inside, but all too late, and Rasher wins at a half Taylor's Bridge. 3 away third Tivlos. Ship of Dreams followed by Spirit Level. Then further back on the inside Narmita, wider out Akaror King, all in a group. Then with them Saddler's Boy.
Touch, trained by Alan Williams, Craig's father. Had 16 starts for 4 wins and 4 placings. It led when it beat Escorts and Sandridge Bay over 1200 at Sandown back on July the 19th. That was on a heavy track, and then ran second to Godina over the 1200 metres at Caulfield on a heavy track. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Hot Touch today, the late male. Gigatrice will be pretty hard to beat as well. Does rate pretty highly. It's got good form, this particular horse. 4 starts for 3 wins in a second. Now, here's Greg for race 6.
Right, Nick, yes, it's a top 2 on course. They're equal favourites. Hot Touch has been a firmer, and Gigatrice has been a big drifter on course. Opened up pretty short. It's got out to equal pick now, numbers 1 and 2. In the market at 10, Deep Hula and 11, Win Secret. They've both been pretty well tried, as a matter of fact. Field just about ready to go now. All clear's been given. Starter hits the button at the 1300, and the first to bounce out of the stalls is Hot Touch, with Deep Hula and Babetto settling just off them third, and then Jugatrice. But Deep Hula leads comfortably. Hot Touch is 3/4 away second. 2 lengths Babetto, Jugatrice, Voltage Spirit, Sunset Sammy in a battle line of 4. Just behind them, Win Secret getting through on the inside, and then Lambada Boy. And back to the end of the field is Barney Lou, making the turn at the 800. And the leader is Deep Hula, nearly a length in front. Hot Touch is second. Out wide, Jugatrice is third. Win Secret down on the inside. Babetto and Sunset Sammy are with it now, and Win Secret now back a length off those. 1 Lambada Boy and Voltage Spirit, and Barney Lou 2 lengths last of all. Deep Hula at the 600. Just the leader from Hot Touch, Babetto, and out wide is Jugatrice striding into it. Then Sunset Sammy, followed by Win Secret, who needs to get away from the inside, and then Lambada Boy. Into the straight. Deep Hula on the inside, and Hot Touch turn in front of Babetto in the green blinkers. And Jugatrice is the widest runner in the pink blinkers, coming home well, and Win Secret has got to the outside. 300 to go. Deep Hula on the rail, but Jugatrice claims it at the 200. Win Secret running on fairly, followed by Babetto, but Jugatrice is well clear inside the 200. Jugatrice about 3 lengths in front of Babetto, Win Secret, and then Hot Touch. Jugatrice is clear, holds Babetto, who's trying hard. Jugatrice not all that happy in the going, it would appear, but it's coming comfortably away. And Jugatrice beat Babetto. A great photo for third. Hot Touch and Deep Hula, with on the outside of those Win Secret. And they were followed in by Lambada Boy, a gap to Sunset Sammy and Barney Lou. And Voltage Spirit was a bad last in it. To Jugatrice, a very comfortable win, number 2, ridden by Neville Wilson. Just let him stride away, hands and heels. Wanted to dip and slide a little bit.
Part of Sydney out here in the Canterbury Bankstown district, and also Parramatta, and a very good crowd, as you mentioned, from the West Leagues Club here for this today. They've got a very big gathering downstairs, and they've been entertained, and they've had what looks to be a great day. Now, the last of them moving in, Alizari and Rosie Clouds are the best tips late. Rosie Clouds has firmed up. Very good run the other day without a great deal of luck. And Alizari, as you can see, has just come in from $5 into $4.20. They are the joint favourites on track. Satin and Silk, number 6, has been a bit of a drifter, and she's now out to $4.90, but you can do a little bit better here on track. Now, the last one moving in, Lady of Carl, and they're all set now for the running of the Olympic Video Gaming Handicap over 1550. They're all set to jump. Satin and Silk, the grey, has the inside. The other grey, Chateau, drawn alongside of it with Turunga. Our Gaelic Lass, they're racing. They've jumped away in a good line. The favourite Rosie Clouds jumped away fairly well. Satin and Silk near the inside first to get going. Turunga showing speed with the other grey, Chateau. Out wide, Trish's Day is travelling up towards the lead, and not too far away is Rosie Clouds around Our Gaelic Lass. Now, Satin and Silk began well, but she's drifting back. They were followed by Alizari, caught wide as they turn to the back. 2 lengths to Aria Lass. It's on the outside of Courthouse Lanes, and a length and a half to Lady of Carl. Down the back, and Chateau race to the front as they go to the 1,000 metres mark. Led 3 lengths to Runga. Moving up on the outside is Alizari. It's very deep, rushing up now to move to second. Just on the inside of it is Trish's Day. This plants Turunga back to 4th. A length Rosie Clouds. York has got the favourite in a good spot. 2 lengths away in the field is our Gaelic Lass, racing around the outside of Satin and Silk from Aria Lass. Courthouse Lanes, and last of all is Lady of Kyle. Coming off the back, Chateau in front, running it at a good bat, led by a half length at the 600. Alizari's done plenty of work from Trish's Day. Turunga the fence. Rosie Clouds has had a charm run. Then came out Gaelic Lass around Satin and Silk with nowhere to go from Azaria Lass. They were followed well back by Courthouse Lane as they come to the bend from Lady of Kyle. On the corner, 400 to go, and Chateau with the front runner. 2 lengths in front of Alizari. Coming to the outside, Rosie Clouds, but under pressure. Turunga back to the inside. Well in the straight, Chateau 2 lengths in front of Turunga. Here comes Satin and Silk, the grey, getting a late split, but it's Chateau in front. Satin and Silk's out and starting to charge home now. Satin and Silk coming home all over the top of Chateau 50 out. Satin and Silk drove to the front, and Dye gets it home. Satin and Silk draws away to win from Chateau. Photo third, Turunga or Our Lady Kyle, who's made ground. Then Rosie Clouds had every chance from Trish's Day. Alizari did plenty of work in the run. They were followed next time by Azaria Lass, Courthouse Lane, and last of all was Our Gaelic Lass. He certainly got the art of riding around Canterbury on the camber down to a fine art, R.S. Dye. settling back.
With Assertive Lass and also Good Conduct. And Jarmac came out running. He's gone straight to the front, going fast. Haloed inside of it. Step to Reason, Yarley God are all pushing through to hold their ground. Then came the top weight Future Ethics from on the nickel top county to centre field. Eagle has landed to fourth last, followed by Assertive Lass, Bitsky and Good Conduct last, but there's only about 5 or 6 first to last as they go to the 900 metre mark, and now Haloed shows the way, a half in front of Jarmac. A couple away nearly to on the inside Yarley Gold and Step to Reason with it. They were followed by Future Ethics. Eagle has landed improving wide out from top county Snook at the rail. In that division too, Future Ethics just getting back a little now from Assertive Lass, and they were followed then further back in the field by Bitsky, and last of all is Good Conduct. Up the rise they come to the 500 metre mark, and Jarmac took over with 500 to go. By a length to in second placing Haloed. On the nickel is there, and Yarley Gold from top county. Assertive Lass runs up strongly. Bitsky further back in the field came Good Conduct, and then came Future Ethics, not travelling with the big weight, and last of all Eagle has landed, but it's Jarmac for home as they straighten about 3/4 in front of Yarley Gold, a length and a half away Assertive Lass. Yarley Gold moves after Jarmac. Assertive Lass to a clear third. Assertive Lass can't get to the other pair, they're fighting it out. Jarmac and Yarley Gold the outside. Jarmac fights back and wins ahead. Jarmac from Yarley Gold, Assertive Lass. Fourth about 5 lengths away top county. Good Conduct made ground, as did Bitsky. Then Haloed, followed by On the Nickel. Eagle has landed, Future Ethics and Step to Reason, one of the last ones, in fact probably last of all. Jarmac has fought back. Yarley Gold with a bigger weight has probably got on terms, if not
settling third, getting up just behind them Lavender and Lace in the orange colours to fourth now, and then Lemon Soda, Blue Thunder Lady, followed in that pack by No Comparison. Arc It Up out wider, and then came just behind them Spring Peak. A length further back Lamormini, followed by Barbella, Thong Siam, Corinthian Arch, and All Night Party had dropped out last when they go past 1,000. Riarc goes to the lead. It's Riarc in front of Law of Logic, and Tippanet ridden up to stay prominent between them. 2 lengths back Lavender and Lace on the inside of Blue Thunder Lady and No Comparison. Arc It Up about 5 wide, and with it is Lemon Soda. Spring Peak a length and a half away. Oh, No Comparison lost ground sharply there, might have got checked. Going forward, All Night Party around Lamormini, and they're followed by Barbella, Corinthian Arch and Thong Siam as last, coming up towards the turn. And with 450 metres to go, Riarc on the inside. Timpanet goes to the lead on its outside. Law of Logic comes wide. Lemon Soda deeper. Arc It Up has gone right to the outside when they corner. Lavender and Lace getting up behind them with Blue Thunder Lady inside the 400, and it's Tippanet on the outside taking the lead now over Riarc. Arc It Up out wide is still coming home, and Corinthian Arch has picked up ground with Thong Siam. Arc It Up racing up with now Corinthian Arch, Thong Siam and Tippanet still there on the inside. It's Arc It Up on the outside, the leader from Tippanet and Corinthian Arch. Arc It Up and Tippanet, who's kicking back. All Corinthian Arch chopped out of it. Tippanet's fought back, and Tippanet has won it from Arc It Up. Thong Siam third, and Corinthian Arch got knocked over in the last little bit of the race. It's finished fourth. Back behind them, Lamormini. It's made up a lot of ground after getting into trouble mid-race. Lemon Soda, and they're followed by No Comparison. All Night Party. Behind these to finish was Riarc, followed by Barbella. Then Lavender and Lace behind.
Star Marks third on the inside of Prince Miasma. Tobias Reef passing that pair. A length Basara followed by Cavallo Rosso. Rapaldi is out pretty wide. Then Brave Hunter Infantry back on the rails from Gwynganna, and last is Party King. To the back of the course now, approaching the 1,200 metres, and not a mistake in front. But here's Prince Miasma working up to hit the front now. And as they go down the back of the course, Prince Miasma opens up more than a length on Not a Mistake. Length and 3/4 away third, Tobias Reef. Then Star Mark. Stop Flirting is next. A length Basara racing on the inside of Cavallo Rosso, improving Rampoli. And then Gwynganna Infantry locked away. Second last is Brave Hunter. And Party King is the tail ender. 10 lengths off the lead, held by Prince Miasma. And past the 800 they travel, so they've travelled more than half the journey. And Prince Miasma leads the way. Rampoli going up to second, not a mistake third. In fact, so quickly as Rampoli gone, it's hit the lead. And as they race to the 600, Rampoli about 3/4 of a length now. Prince Miasma, 1 length to Not a Mistake, and then Stop Flirting, followed by Star Marks on the favourites inside a gap. Tobias Reef, Basara, Gwingana, then Infantry, Cavallo Rosso, Brave Hunter and Party King. Coming to the corner, 3:50 to go, and again on the inside, Prince Miasma driving through to shade Rampoli. A length Not a Mistake, and Quinn calling upon Stop Flirting, but back about 4 from the lead it is. Again Rampoli raced up to Prince Miasma. Prince Miasma won't give in, and at the 150, Prince Miasma got another lease of life. He kicked a length, Rampoli, Stop Flirting, Not a Mistake, but Prince Miasma, he's done it tough and he's going to win it well. It's Prince Miasma beating the favourite Stop Flirting, and third, Not a Mistake. Then Rampoli, followed by Basara, Infantry, Star Marks, Tobias Reef, then Party King, Gwingana, a long margin to Brave Hunter, and a distance, last of all, Cavallo Rosso.
Finance handicap. Port Augusta racing tomorrow with 7. They're all set. Final meeting for the season at Port Augusta. They're off. And Noeth was slow out and missing it by about a length, and one of the best away, Keep Remembering, and Deborah's Daughter with wider out State Spy. And Piper's Dream is serving it up to that trio. Close Handy, Valstocra Bar, and right around them, whipping away from the field. Half a Plume has really opened a gap on them. Half a Plume into the far side at the 1300 by 3. Piper's Dream trying to settle second. Third, Valstocra Bar. Fourth, Keep Remembering. The pace is nice and steady. Over on the outside was State Spy. Back to the inside, Deborah's Daughter, Courtly Comment, Chaff Bag, Shining Glory. Black Moomba back about 4th last on its inside. Musashi Maru, followed by Wilsaw, and Noeth is last of all. They move along the far side of the 900 peg, and here the leader still is Half a Plume. Shows out by a couple, nearly 2.5 in fact. Valstocra Bar nearly on terms with Piper's Dream as they gain ground on this leader quite sharply now as they move onto the side. Now they're about 3 in front. Make that 2 as Keep Remembering brings the others up. States by the outside running on, followed them by Deborah's Daughter inside Chaff Bag. Musashi Maru shaken up, so is Black Boomba, and they're responding. Wilsaw's also taking off. Courtly Comments out in the limb, and further back, forget about Shining Glory and Noeth. Up the rise at the 400 metre mark, Valstocra Bar and Piper's Dream go to the front. Half a Plume has collapsed. It's dropped right back through the field. Now making ground, State Spy, and then Chaff Bag coming into it from Deborah's Daughter. Valstocra Bar shrugged the other one off. Piper's Dream, State Spy, Chaff Bag out wide, try to improve. Then Deborah's Daughter, followed by Wilsaw from back in the field with Black Boomba. Chaff Bag's gone up now to head Valstocra Bar. State Spy between them, and down the outside late Deborah's Daughter. Chaff Bag in front, and Chaff Bag looks like it'll get there. It did. A half length Deborah's Daughter third. I think Valstocra Bar just in front of State Spy. A break in the field then to behind those we've got Musashi Maru, Black Boomba. Further back on the inside, Keep Remembering. Between them, Courtly Comment. Down the outside, Wilsaw. A long break the others, and they were Piper's Dream, Noeth, Half a Plume and Shining Glory together.
There's Belogski going in grey.